little bit of a longer entrance there today, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We got some news. We got a lot of news going on right now. It's going to be a shorter stream, but this is going to be a quality stream with updates of stuff that is going on. And I'm so glad I figured out the echo is gone in my headset. I was freaking out about that because last stream I had to switch to this piece of junk that doesn't work anymore. But yeah, back, been cruising through Sacramento for Independence Day. A lot of you guys were there for that. That was an amazing time. We were there for National Flag Day. And then we did Independence Day, the great stream, the National Flag Day stream. The day of celebration before Independence Day was amazing. I'm gonna bring it up real quick, some of the highlights of it. You just saw most of it. I recapped it all right there. But if you guys missed it, it was really heartfelt. The first hour is me walking around talking. Right here. Live Ukrainian Night of Fellowship. This right here, this was an amazing, amazing time. Beautiful artwork they had in support of the church there. The Seventh-day Adventist Church, Ukrainian Church, was the host for the Sunflower Society in this event. They had a prayer room, a bunch of cool stuff. Yeah, it was a really good time. That was an amazing stream, and the music was just so good all the way through it. Guys, if you missed this stream, you didn't get to it, go back and watch it. It was really good. And if you don't go to church, these guys are like as American as could be, but they had Ukrainian heritage and some cool stories. They got really Southern gospel into it. It was wild. But most of the music was amazing. You know, even there was an atheist there. They're like, we got to go back to every one of these. So it wasn't like super over the top religious. It was beautiful. It was a really beautiful time. Yeah, and then we did the car rally the next day. I hung out with Dima, and he invited me to his baby shower, and that's what we did. I just came back from that yesterday, and I'll get into that a little bit later. God, this woman had a voice. So it was so good. Oh my God, it was so good. Anyways, getting back into it a little more. We got some updates. Our vehicle, I'm just gonna get to the update first. We're gonna get to good news. I've got good news, I've got bad news. And I have more good news. It's good, it's just like everything else. When you cover this type of stuff, there's good and there's bad. It's real world. This is real world stuff. As you can see right here on the cover of the thumbnail, that is the vehicle we fundraised for the 5th Border Guard. Headed to the Sumy region. It has been delivered. That part is taken care of. Thank you guys for contributing. We did over, I think it was around 6,300 euros towards the vehicle, which wasn't the entire goal, but some of the other channels that were involved in that blew it out of the water and covered the rest of it. So thank you for everybody who supported that campaign. And I thought, yeah, maybe I could take a week off of fundraising, right? Yeah, I'll take a week off. No. The day that I got news that this was completed, I'm gonna help Rowan. I gotta help Rowan. He's trying to get armor, and I've already, guys, shout out to everybody who's helped so far. We're trying to get a helmet, and we're trying to get armor for this guy, this guy's brother right here. Not for him in particular. It's gonna be for one of his battle buddies. So this is Rowan, guys. He was leaving the hospital and and he ran into a funeral session for a Polish fighter who was killed, and they were bringing him back to Poland. That was taken a while ago. He's back in the hospital, right here. And I have a photo of why it's not gory or anything. It's just his scar now. They fixed him all up, but he has a really bad scar. When he told me he got a concussion, I didn't realize what that entitled. Every time this guy talks about getting hurt or anything, he tends to downplay the seriousness of what's actually happening. And I'm sure that's just in his nature. He's a strong Ukrainian dude. Let's see if I sent that thing. I gotta find it. But yeah, he's back in the hospital, guys. But he's still fundraising. We're still trying to. He already ordered the helmet. I posted his PayPal yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday in a link. And due to the generosity of everybody, we're already at like $404. The entire fundraiser is only $850. We're already like almost halfway there. The dude's an amazing human, but he's laid out. He is laid out in the hospital with schismatic symptoms, the signs almost like simulating stroke-like symptoms due to a head injury he got from a drone strike on the front, which he got from the very first fundraiser. He's been fighting this for quite some time now. Let's see if I can find. I got so many pictures. Oh my god, the food I had yesterday too. I had a pilaf. It was like Afghan pilaf with lamb. It was really good. Yeah, right here. See if I can download this so I don't have to pull it straight off my Facebook. There we go. So here is what he's been trying to recover from, and I had no clue. I actually had to get this from someone else. He got hit hard. That's why we needed to get him a new helmet last time. If you guys remember, yeah, let's get some Rowan emojis. This is him right here. Rowan emojis in the chat, guys. The dude's a fucking, just an awesome human. But that's the reason Paige dropped him off a new helmet on her way back from Ukraine. We got a video of that too. But he got hit hard in the head with a drone. A bomb off a drone that almost killed him. So he's been recovering from that. He's in and out of the hospital. He's back in there for a little bit now, but his buddy's headed back already, and he needs armor. He needs armor plating. So I have his PayPal. Pinned in, and look, he's in good spirits in the hospital. Look, I'm gonna check this out. He's clearing rooms, for crying out loud. Clearing rooms with a banana and an iPad. so he's gonna be all right. I hope. But he can clear a room with a banana and an iPad. He's a great guy. Great personality. And he's going through some shit right now, you know? So we're almost done. We're almost done with this. I just posted it. The reason it is not linked as a link is because he is in Ukraine. For some reason, PayPal will not allow links like my PayPal does when I did that fundraiser to get to Sacramento. So you have to actually manually input it into PayPal. But if you do, just tell him, you know, from Chungus's community, and he'll know exactly who it is. I talk to the guy all the time, especially that he's stuck in a hospital. His morale is shit right now, and I can tell by talking to him. Just like we have to here, he has to deal with shitheads he knows that absolutely are not supportive of what he's doing and laugh about it. I think it's a fucking funny joke. And it drives me up the wall. And I tried to cheer him up. I'm like, dude, yeah, I know that you still got people out there that care for you. Don't pay attention to these assholes. And then I got one in my when I posted mine. Then I got one. Oh, I can find that armor cheaper. I can find it cheaper. It's cheaper than that. I didn't even tell you. I didn't even put what type of armor he needed. He's trolling. Like, I worked with this guy for 10 years. Oh, I can find it cheaper. Oh, I didn't know you were a fundraising expert. Tell me how you can get this stuff cheaper. And he puts Amazon. I'm like, dude. dude. Then I showed him. I explained to him. Amazon does not operate in Ukraine, and getting a third party is not going to make the time frame. Thank you. And he was just trolling. So I messaged him. I'm like, are you fucking trolling me when I'm trying to help people? And he's, oh, I thought you got hacked. Oh, I got hacked. Do you know what I do? Do you know what we do? No clue. Clueless. Didn't give a shit. So I got to the point, I just said, look, can you do me a big favor? Either help or shut the fuck up. Because I'm not putting up with that shit anymore. And I was triggered. I was pissed. Pissed me off pretty good. You know, the little laughing emojis like it's some sort of game. But this is a war. This is a war, and we're helping real men fight, not pussy cowards like these trolls on the internet. So yeah, I was pretty mad about that. But yesterday on the way, I went back to Sacramento to hang out with this guy right here. This guy right here, Dima. Azovstal Mariupol defender. He is headed back to Ukraine because this country couldn't find a way to renew his visa. I'm gonna try to get through this one without crying.
So, he has to go back. And he's got a baby on the way. So, yeah, it was a hard day. But great time, great guy. So I'm coming out of one of the houses. I'm like, Dima came up. I gave him a hug. I slapped him one of my my patches from Bandera Mobile Car for Ukraine. He's like, what's this? I'm like, that's the group I've been helping out. You know, maybe we could do something for you down the road. He's like, you want some champagne? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. He's all, here, take half my glass. It's too full for me. I'm like, cool, let's do this. End up drinking quite a few glasses of champagne. He tried to get me drunk, but I couldn't stay. So I didn't want to break the law. So I only had a little bit, but they were tying on a good one there. And he's a really good guy. He invited personally, he was like, there was 3 people I absolutely wanted to show up, and you were one of them. Because there's not a lot of Americans like you out there. And I told him, yes, they are. We're just spread out really far, and we're not all American. We're around the world. Hey, Chuggus, did you forward Dima the stuff I sent you? Steve, I haven't got your stuff yet. But that might also have to do with, looks like their services not being provided to the United States now. I don't know. I didn't get it yet, though, Steve. But we had a good time. I did take a lot of pictures there. And I did talk. I spoke, and I told him straight up, like everybody there, I started off in Ukrainian. Yashachevichusia Horovitu Ukrainsky, so I'll speak in English. And I just told him that, you know, I'm really happy that he's got a baby on the way and everything is going good in that aspect. But it breaks my heart that he has to go back, and that this country needs people like him, because it does. Oh, you mean the Discord information? No, I did not. He is dead set going back to Ukraine. He's going back. I'm forwarding all the information to Svetlana, and he can relay it yet later, but he's already got it planned out. And right now he's gonna go back home. So awesome dude. It absolutely breaks my heart that he has to go back to this right here. And it scares me to death. It absolutely scares me to death. And this guy is a real one. This guy, I don't know if you guys have heard of Lazar, but that is his group, and they are putting in more work than Azov. So yeah, I had to say goodbye to him. And I told him I'm going to see him again in Ukraine, and he looked at me shocked, but I'm going to figure out how to get there and visit him in the next year or two. I don't know how. So that's the plan. He's going to get a PayPal set up too. I'm going to have somebody set him up one. I don't know who. I gifted his son to a VR headset, a brand new MetaQuest 3 with 1 terabyte. I used one time.
Yeah, maybe. He's going back for sure, though. The time frame's not good to make any changes right now. But yeah, I'll send him the info. I gifted his son a MetaQuest 3, a badass with the 1 terabyte. I used it one time. I didn't buy it. I mean, I financed it. I ended up spending like $800 on this thing. But I gave it to him. He was super stoked. I didn't take a lot of pictures. But when you're talking about real soldiers, real fighters, this guy was in Mariupol. In the combat, he said it got so close that he was shooting at the Russians 5 meters away around a corner in a house. And they were like completely surrounded. And somehow when they had no radio communications, they couldn't get any messages out. And they were stuck, surrounded by Russians who were actively inside the building. And he was in active combat 5 meters away with rifles. And, grenades and whatever else. And they got out that night. With the nightfall drop, they were able to get out. And he ended up getting captured. And he spent 6 months in Russian captivity. And while he was there, he got super sick. And they did 2 surgeries on him. They actually did in Donetsk region somewhere. But he got traded back home and came to America for a better life. He'd been here the last 2 years. He raised his family, working his ass off. Ended up throwing his back out a little while, missed a little work, and now they won't let him renew his visa. I don't know the circumstances behind that, and I'm not willing to speculate at this point really why his visa wasn't renewed. I'm not. I'm just saying that for us as a nation here where I am, to not be able to find room in this country for a man of this caliber is fucking embarrassing. And it's shameful. I just... I don't understand it. I don't understand. And he wouldn't tell me about this. I had to ask. He's got too much class for that. He won't say anything publicly bad about the United States at all. He won't do it. He's got too much class for that. But yeah, he's a really good friend. Absolutely. And he absolutely, K&K GG's, if you're still listening, he absolutely loved the pendants that you got him. And, I still got some I'll hand out to some people. I also snuck one into some packs for the last raffle. I gave a set to Claire from Carf Ukraine. And then I gave a set to Daddy Jim. He doesn't know yet. Daddy Jim, if you're in the chat, you got a set of pendants coming too, with the package I mailed out. Sorry for the delay on mailing. But yeah, that's what's happening. Once he gets a PayPal set up. Oh, another thing about this guy is since he's been out of the military and out of Ukraine, he still gets a check from the government. He's been donating his own check to his men. To Lazar. And Lazar, I'm telling you, when we're talking special forces and special operators, Lazar didn't have a name. They didn't talk about them for a long time. And they do serious work. On a scale of top groups in Ukraine, they're in like the 3rd or 4th place entirely of any other group for taking out the enemy. These guys are the cream of the crop. They don't fuck around. He's helped the military here, along with some of his Russian friends that are here, who are also extremely supportive of Ukraine. There were Russians there. They spoke mostly in Russian there, because over here, there are some really good ones that absolutely cannot stand their government and hate the fact they were born there. So it flips both ways. But if an Azovstal defender invites them over, they're good people. It's absolutely how it works. So, then they're helping our military too. So, he's headed back. Once I get his PayPal set. Oh, also, another thing about this guy that's so amazing is he wanted to donate every penny that was raised from this birthday shower to his men. And the women said, nope. nope. That's for the baby. Nope. He doesn't want to take any money. He just gives it to his men. But what I want to do after we help Rowan here with this last plate of armor. Guys, if you could, please, let's finish this thing, like, today. Let's finish it today. It's like $450 left for Rowan's brother to get a plate carrier. That's it. It's pinned. Then I'm gonna try to get Dima a PayPal link, and he's gonna spend it however he wants. It'll probably go to his men. I know right now he has a fundraiser going for a vehicle for them. They said, hey, come back with a vehicle. So he's probably gonna have a vehicle shipped over at some point, but I want to do an online baby shower for Dima because this man is a national hero. And he is of the highest caliber of human beings. And I am honored enough to call him my friend. And I'm going to miss him. But it's not over yet. I'm going to see him again. It was a really hard day yesterday. Some people, they couldn't talk. They were going to say something at his baby shower about him, and they couldn't speak. There was a lot of that going on. So it was a double-edged sword yesterday. It was very beautiful. It was very heartfelt. You know, he tried to get me drunk too. I really wanted to stay, but I couldn't. And have a good time. We were just hanging out. Like I said, I didn't take a lot of pictures. Some of these pictures came from other people because it was a very somber day for me, knowing he has to go back to Ukraine after trying to come here and start a better life. Anywho, that'll be coming. But guys, really, if we can just get this fundraiser busted out for Andre, and then as soon, I know it might be a bit to get his PayPal set, but you know, we could just wait for it. But it was a beautiful baby shower, guys. It was so fun. Yeah, sangria, champagne, great food. The kids had a great time. You know, just watching his boy run around with my boy playing tag was just the most amazing feeling. Hearing their steps go by on the grass and the sidewalk and running back and forth. It was everything about it. I just kind of kept for myself and absorbed, but I thought I would share at least a few stories with you of it. So yeah, that's those are the people I hold near and dear to my heart. So yes, Andre, this man right here, I'll play it again. He is in the hospital again for that wound he has. LJ, thanks for being here. So we're trying to finish this up. He's getting all we need to do is a plate carry. It's a really small fundraiser. It's not huge. But his PayPal, I cannot generate a link. It is a Ukrainian PayPal thing. They will not allow links to be generated, so I have it in the description. I got some more pictures here of the church of the Independence Day celebration. Did a little walkthrough, just a brief one, but all the beautiful jewelry, the stickers, the food there was amazing. I had these crepes, these Ukrainian crepes that had like cottage cheese inside and dipped them in sour cream. Dima was feeding them to me. He's like, better than cheeseburger? I'm like, yeah, of course. It was super fun too, because like I know a little Ukrainian. I could hear the pastor of the church behind me like, look at the American draped in our national flag. Isn't that a sight to see? I'm just like, haha, I know what you're saying. But they were getting a kick out of it too, because I had my Car for Ukraine. Flag draped around me. That's Dima. This is the best cook I've ever had, and the most amazing people right here. That's another great one. That was such a good time. Let's see what else. Look at this! Look at this sexy beast right here. Look at that. Huh? Yeah, ladies. Yeah. That was a great picture there. Yeah, the news was. Oh yeah, I was in the newspaper too. Hold on. I'm sure only 80-year-old babushkas read it, but I was in it right here. Carmichael Times. We didn't make front page. It wasn't from lack of effort. I guess there was a little spot in the front page there. You open it up. Bam, big ass article in color. Big, I didn't even know they made newspapers anymore. That's pretty cool. We're in it. I haven't read it yet. I got it yesterday. That's pretty cool. Made a newspaper. I mean, I've been on the news, so it's, which has like 4 million viewers, so being in the Carmichael Times isn't like the highlight, but it's something. It happened. The Fox News thing, I think it was at Fox. It might have been Fox. You can talk to them for 40 minutes and they'll cut out 30 seconds of what they want to cover. Let's see what else. I got more pictures here. Let's see what I can share. Oh yeah, the jewelry they had there as well. They were doing an auction. Oh yeah, and I got a cozy from the baby shower. So every time I drink beer, I can think of him. So yeah, every day. Yeah, they had a cool auction with some beautiful jewelry. Very cool. Let's see what else. What else I gotta share? Oh, the borscht. Okay, the borscht. The borscht had chicken in it. I've never had chicken borscht, but this was the tastiest borscht I've had to date. It was a chicken-based broth. Had your shredded carrots, beets, cabbage. And now I know the quantities. Like, I've had an issue with mine. Mine comes out super hearty, and I was looking for something a little more delicate, and this is exactly what I was looking for. It was made with a lot of heart. Tons of sour cream, dill. But, oh my god. It's so good. Oh, do I have a picture of those little suckers too? No, I didn't. They had these little chicken, they called them like cutlet-y. Well, it was like a cutlet, but it was like a round meatball looking, chicken sort of meatball looking thing, and it was plump and juicy and delicious and one of the best things I've ever had. But there's a picture of the event. Yeah, I think that's most of the pictures I got to show. Oh yeah, then there's one of the artists out there that was decorating, was amazing. I had to get closer to this to make sure this wasn't airbrushed into the car, because the way she did it made it look airbrushed from a distance. It was neat. I'm like, look at this. She's like, you're just playing with me. I'm like, no, I really think that's way better than anything I could do, for sure. And you don't get it. Yeah, and the clothing they had there at the church was pretty amazing as well. But yeah, we covered all that on the live stream that I had. That was it. Let me check into the chat. Late to the party here. It's all good. It's all good. I just wanted to share a little bit of the trip. If you caught the end, definitely go ahead to the beginning. Because it's been a double-edged sword week, guys. A really emotional. I barely was emotionally strong enough today to do a stream, but I have to. I got to get this fundraiser done for Rowan, for his brother who's already headed back. But the helmet's already on the way. We did that in a day. He was able to order the helmet already. So so if we get that done as well. Another thing in the news I want to bring up, a couple of things. There's there's issues with shipping now. There's countries that are not some of the some countries are suspending shipping to the United States due to President Trump's decision to end the de minimis exemption for low value shipments, which took place 2 days ago. So there's going to be hiccups in getting stuff back and forth. These changes are long-standing tax and duty exemption for packages under $800, making them subject to tariffs. So postal services are pausing shipments because they cannot immediately adapt their systems to process these new charges, leaving them with logistical and financial uncertainties. So I don't know if that's going to get overturned also, because a judge knocked down the tariffs. They found them unconstitutional. but they'll be left in place for now. So maybe I don't know how that's going to work out. But a federal appeals court ruled Friday that President Donald Trump had no legal right to impose sweeping tariffs, but left in place for now in an effort to build a protectionist wall around the American economy. So this might all go away. I'm hoping this knocks out that and back and forth. It should be sometime in October, I think. It'll probably go to the federal Supreme Court, and they'll make a decision at that point. But President Yamtits is really fucking up everybody's ability to network. So that's what I got there. Another thing that popped up in the news: Sergio Gore. You guys heard of him? The New York Post put out something. New York Post, like pro-Republican, pro-Trump, caught him slipping up. The powerful Trump aide who's in charge of vetting thousands of staffers still hasn't been fully vetted himself. He's a Russian spy, probably. One of the most powerful men in Trump's administration, tasked with vetting thousands of staffers, hasn't been fully vetted himself, the Post has learned. Sergio Gore, the director of presidential personnel, who recently convinced President Trump to yank an Elon Musk endorsed nominee for NASA, has yet to submit official paperwork about his own background needed for a permanent security clearance. Now, he has been ousted already. But not ousted completely. He is now, like, he moved him. They moved him to ambassador of India. Now, I wonder what they found on his background check. Because it's definitely a Slavic last name. Gore 38 is in charge of picking 4,000 executive branch staff to implement Trump's agenda. And he's done so by poring over old tweets, political donations, and remarks to ensure loyalty to the president. So, this guy has a Soviet Union background. He's from the Soviet Union. Gore declined to divulge his birthplace to the Post, other than to say it was not Russia. But it is a Soviet country. I'm pretty sure this man is a spy. I'm pretty sure he's a spy for Russia, but I can't prove it. But there's more to come on this. People are digging into him now. Previously obscure, Gore burst into the national spotlight this month as he took the blame for Trump's explosive falling out with Musk. What's this article written? So this is from June. So I heard about this in June, but recently, right now, they just moved him out of the seat. He's no longer in charge of the vetting process for Trump's cabinet. So now he's going to be the ambassador of India. So instead, remember how Trump the first term fired everybody? He fired everybody that he had. Well, this is going to hit a little different this time. He's just going to make them all ambassadors. They're all ambassadors now, instead of firing them all. Here we go. Here's another article on it right here. Let's cut the music real quick. We'll just turn it down. Here we go.
I'm sorry, I missed. The president has just fired the director of presidential personnel at the White House, the person in charge of hiring people into the Trump administration. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I said he fired him. He actually named him to be an ambassador. Because in this...
So that's the new tactic. We don't fire him now. They just become ambassadors. Don't get fired. He might be a Russian spy. We don't know because we didn't fully do the background check on the guy who fully does the background check on 4,000 people under the Trump administration. But now he's an ambassador to India.
Second presidential term, Trump doesn't fire anyone anymore. When he wants to fire someone, he instead just makes them an ambassador. And it's always because of some kind of mess. And now we have this latest one, Sergio Gore, the head of presidential personnel at the White House. He is credited by the administration with vetting and hiring something like 4,000 people into this administration. And boy, have they vetted and picked some winners. We don't know why Sergio Gore has suddenly been pushed out as the White House personnel director. They've announced that he's going to be ambassador to India now for some reason, but this follows a bizarre series of reports in the right-wing pro-Trump tabloid, The New York Post. Reports in which the Post claimed that Sergio Gore's real name was Sergio Gorokovsky.
Sergio Gorokovsky. From Uzbekistan.
That he claimed to have been born in Malta, but that he had not actually been born in Malta. He had been born in Soviet Uzbekistan. And again, the New York Post claiming that while Mr. Gore himself was supposedly responsible for background checks and security checks on all hires into the Trump administration, the Post reported that he himself for months had refused to fill out the paperwork to allow a background check on himself, which meant that he had only been able to get, reportedly, a temporary security clearance, and then that reportedly had expired. After the New York Post published its report on Mr. Gore in June, they said he finally did submit his SF-86 form to start his background check months late. And then, according to the Post, quote, several sources said that the FBI recently completed a background check into Mr. Gore. The findings of that review stoked internal intrigue over the past week as those findings were, quote, reviewed by West Wing bosses. And now he's been fired. Named ambassador. Again, this is New York Post reporting, and NBC News has not matched it. I'm just telling you what the New York Post has reported and not what I can confirm. But if there's ever a watch what they do and not what they say kind of moment, maybe it's the day that Donald Trump called a press conference in the Oval Office during which he mused out loud about whether his political opponents were fat and then opined on what he called the inherent violence of something he called the, quote, Chinese carp. Okay.
I don't even think they care, like, if we have spies. Honestly, it's all about money. They just want money.
That's what he said, but meanwhile, in terms of what he's doing, well, they did just remove the guy who oversaw the hiring of everyone in the Trump administration in this second term, and even one of the most pro-Trump newspapers in the country reports alongside that inexplicable move that this gentleman has reportedly been lying about his background in the Soviet Union, and also something about his background check this past week turned out to be a real problem, and so he had to be given a soft landing.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe we could assign just one reporter to write down all the things Trump says. Just one person can write down what he says. And maybe all the rest of the White House reporters could report, not just on what he says, but on the astonishing things he is doing and that are happening all around him in this shambolic and incessantly scandalous disaster of an executive branch.
And it makes me wonder. I mean, we rolled out a red carpet for Putin, and believe me, Ukrainian people are watching that and they're disgusted by it. Watching our military go there and roll out a red carpet for a straight up mass murder. And if you guys ever forget how bad Putin is, just go ahead and go. I watched it when I got home, and I don't know why I did, but I watched 20 Days of Mariupol, probably because my friend fought there. My friend fought there while it was happening, and he was there, and he fought. They fought hard while his son and his wife were being hunted by Spetsnaz, because he knew he was there. Don't ever forget how terrible Putin is, guys. We have to. I think Greg Terry said, "Don't forget we're in a war" yesterday on his update, and that resonated with me. Shout out to Greg Terry. But we can't forget we're in a war, and absolutely not. And we got to remember. We have to remember the atrocities too. And if you feel tired, just forget this man isn't tired. And he spent 6 months in captivity. He's not tired. We don't have that. We can't be tired. We can't be tired. We gotta see this through. So let's wrap up this small fundraiser I have pinned for Rowan. $450 left. Let's get it done, and then I'll try to get something lined up for Dima, because we just got to do it. So I'll see what I can get lined up for him as far as how we can get him support, because he's got to head back to Ukraine because our immigration system here is completely broken. So more people like this can come home.
емоції не можна передати. 3 роки з половиною ми не бачилися. Це не можна передати, що нарешті ми його дочекалися.
Я знав, що ви за мене дбаєте і турбуєтеся. Мам, не плач.
So they traded back the former mayor Herson also.
Що вам
От, а там
розповісти?
молодь, вона ламається. Там
Є
настільки
багато чого вам
головне
розповісти.
завдання цієї
Вистачить не на
російської
один
влади
день.
знищити
Не
нас
на
і
один
фізично,
день.
і морально. І воно
That's another thing that Dima mentioned also when he was captive. He said Ukraine's gone. It's all Russia now. That's what they were told the whole time they were in captivity. Ukraine's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. That's what they were fed every day. They were beaten down. They were tortured. They were mistreated, and they were fed that type of shit. And he got it for 6 months, and some of his buddies are still in there. And hence his shirt, Free Mariupol Defenders, which I also have a patch of that he gave me, and I'm not gonna part with that.
успішно це роблять. Дуже багато хлопців, ви знаєте, там і суїциди, і просто травмують. Ну, я не хочу зараз в цей святковий день розповідати.
So that's what I got for you guys. That's it. We gotta help. We gotta keep helping. It's gonna be a short stream. I'm gonna play video games later. I'm gonna play DayZ. If you haven't, also subscribe to my video game channel. I could use some more subs. It's pinned in the description. I'm not gonna throw it in the chat. But shorter stream, heartfelt. We're trying to help Andre. Most of you guys know him as that. Because he talks to a lot of you guys personally. That guy right here. Let's get his brother some plates. Just needs a plate carrier, that's it. PayPal it to him. Here, I'll throw the PayPal into one more time. It's andrecold3@gmail.com. Here it is. We need $450 to go, guys. We raised that, and we raised 400 and something in one day, and I didn't even do a live stream on it. Right there. andrecold3@gmail.com. Helmet's already on the way. Needs a plate carrier. All right, guys. That's what I got for you. Shorter stream, like I said, heartfelt. A lot of information. Dima leaving was heartbreaking for me. I'm sad. I really am. I'm gonna be sad for the rest of the day. I'm gonna drink beer out of this wonderful It's a Girl Cozy I got from the baby shower, and that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my day. Maybe play some video games. I'm gonna play DayZ. I'm gonna play DayZ in a little bit. I'm doing okay. I'm not doing okay. I'm really sad that Dima has to go back with his family after coming here for a better life. I really am. I'm gonna be okay, but I'm not doing okay right now. So, like I said, help with the fundraiser. Let's get some donations for Rowan. Send it to PayPal andrecold3@gmail.com pinned. Let's get that out of the way, and then we'll wait to do something for Dima. And then eventually, like I told him, I'm going to go see him. This is goodbye for now, but there's a nuance. I'm going to Ukraine. I just don't know when. And I'm going to go see him. All right, guys. Thanks for being here today. Yeah, hit me up on the gaming channel later. Please hit the notifications too. To it. That's my plug for the day for the channel, really. Yeah, thank you guys for helping me get to my independent journalism down to Sacramento. I'm sorry I couldn't share yesterday with you. I shared it in story and picture today, but I was not going to stream down there, and I couldn't do it. I just would have broke down. And plus, it was way too it was too personal of a setting. And like I said, there was people that they couldn't even talk. They were going to talk and they couldn't do it because of how upset they are that he has to leave. And it's absolutely heartbreaking. But he'll be fine. He's a national hero. He'll get treated good when he's there. But we're gonna help him next. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Here's the outro. Might help if I had music, yeah.
they don't know why. Books untouched, their minds run dry. Truth's a stranger, they pass right by. Oh, false flags flying high, empty hearts where the truth won't lie. They scream of love for the land they claim, but their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. They chant the words they barely know, hollow pride in a shallow show, pointing fingers where the winds don't blow, building walls where the rivers flow. Oh, false flags flying high, empty hearts where the truth won't lie. They scream of love for the land they claim, but their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. A patriot's heart should beat with grace, not with fists or a hate-filled face. If love's the seed, then let it grow, not in shadows, but where light will show. Oh, false flags flying high, empty hearts where the truth won't lie. They scream of love for the land they claim, but their wicked deeds bring only shame. Oh, false flags flying high, empty hearts where the truth won't lie. They scream of love for the land they claim, but their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame. But their wicked deeds bring only shame.
Why would you think Michelle Obama's a man?
Well, do a little research. Just do a little research.
But that's like out there.
What's out there is the fact that her walking out in a skirt, and there's an obvious bulge where there shouldn't be one.
Another day. Just run till you take your last breath. There's no time to sit around being lazy. Renegade junk is gonna grind out daisy. Survival schemes, raiding dreams like you don't care. Zombies crumbling on some bodies like a nightmare. Grabbing loot in the spawn might just fight there. And the goons shooting at me, yeah, we're out there. Keep the thing dry, light a fire if you're crazy. Survivors out there shooting, yeah, that's day. They try to take my loot, but I'm fast and I'm sneaky. Hearing footsteps in the woods, yeah, that's creepy. But I'm a wolf and all of you looking sheepy. Knock you one gone, now you feeling little sleepy. Waking up, your loot's gone, don't go crazy. Another day, another death, yeah, that's easy. Hear the bullets crack by your head, make you screech. Run, cover, keep your gun by your reach. Wear your armor and a helmet is what we preach. Or get your ass sent back to the beach. Clean your water, cook your food, wash your hands. Keep one eye on the bad guy and your friends. Watch for killers who shoot at you through a lens. But this is how the story ends.